Welcome to Glorious. This is Ann Cross, and I am here today with someone who is very special to me. She is so beautiful. She is a friend. She is a covenant friend, and I just want to welcome today, and I know that you will love her because I love her. She is none other than Dr. Clarissa Arthur. Hey, Clarissa.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I am blessed. And you look so beautiful.
I'm trying to keep up with my covenant sister.
Oh, no. None of that. It is definitely a blessing to be here with you. You are such a blessing to me.
The honor is all mine.
Now, we're going to keep on passing the honor, okay?
That's right.
But I do appreciate you taking time out of your very blessed and full schedule to come and be on the show today, because I know that it was something you could have gone home, but you chose to come and be on my show. So I really count it a blessing. So welcome again.
Thank you.
And I'm just gonna kind of dive in, because I know that there's a lot of things that you have to say. I've known you now. I'm trying to figure now, how long have I known you? It's been
7-8 years.
Probably about that long.
Right.
And you and I are similar. I tease you all the time because you are a nurturer, and I call you that you are a nurturer. Mm-hmm. You always make sure that everybody is taken care of, that everybody is comfortable, and you do that. And I know you say that I share that same quality, but you have surpassed me. I just want you to know that. And
it's your show.
That's right. So let me do it. Let me do it my way, okay? But you, I said that for a reason, because you are a nurturer, and you are a medical doctor, and I know that you're a very humble person, and I know that started many years ago, and I would like to ask you the question myself, because I really don't know. When did you aspire to become a doctor?
Interesting question. I was actually 5.
Really?
And at the time we lived in a house. It was actually a duplex home on McDaniel Street in Atlanta, Georgia. And anyone who knows that area knows that there was nothing to write home about. And it was a duplex home that had 1 bedroom on each side and 1 shared bathroom between the 2 families.
Wow.
Yes, and that's where my grandmother, my mother, my 2 brothers, my 2 sisters, and I lived.
All of y'all lived?
We all lived.
In one side? In both sides?
Side.
In one side? Wow. Whoa, okay. Kind of let you know how the sardines feel.
Yes, the sardines are very snugly and close, and that's exactly the way that we were. And there was a lady that lived across the street from us who was about 90 years old. Mm-hmm. And I'd gone over to visit her, and she said, I guess about now you want to be a teacher when you grow up, don't you? I said, no, ma'am. She said, what do you want to be? I said, a pediatrician. And my sister's name was Patricia, so I remembered it being something like her name, so I said a pediatrician.
A pediatrician.
And she said, what is that? And I said, that's a doctor that takes care of babies. She said, oh, my. Well, she says, well, I hope everything goes all right for you.
Wow. Now, that's something to be 5 years old, to say that that's what you wanted to do.
However, incorrectly I said
Well, that's okay. At 5 years old, you were entitled to say pediatrician. I'm sure everybody else knew what you meant. So how did that begin to come together for you?
Well, I tell you, I felt like Joseph after his prophecy, David after his, Moses after his word from God. It took a long time. I was 5 when I said I wanted to become a doctor, and it was a lot later when that actually happened for me. Mm-hmm. I think I took the scenic pathway to becoming one. And after finishing college, then I actually took a job as a nursing assistant.
Now, were you still in Atlanta?
I was
at
still in
that time?
Atlanta, that's right. I took a job as a nursing assistant because I wanted to watch what doctors were doing to decide if I really could do that. And so I wanted to be close enough to observe and at the same time not committed in any way to that lifestyle. So I watched from the sides, and I'd watch in the doctor's lounges, and I'd go pick up lunches, whatever would put me in proximity so that I could interact with them to see could I really do what they were doing. And after a lot of twists and turns and hills and valleys, I decided that not only could I, by God's grace, but that I needed to, that I was supposed to.
Wow. So you felt a calling?
Absolutely.
To do that?
Absolutely. Something that I absolutely could not make go away. I was a lab technician after finishing school while I was still working as a nurse's aide. And one of the technicians came up to me and said, she just said, "What's wrong?" She was a lot like you, very nurturing. And she said,
you got it
wrong?
in there.
She said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I want to go back to school." And so she and I came up with the brilliant idea to write the letters to all of these companies to ask for money for me to go to school. I sent 50 letters. I got 37 responses, all of which said, "We certainly hope you do well when you decide to go to school, but no money." But God opened the door and made it possible. And so here we are today.
Wow. Wow.
So,
and so now, so you went to school in Atlanta?
At that time, I'd finished Emory University, and I...
And what did you major in?
I was actually a voice major. I was a music major.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
At that time, there was a push for people who were in... actually, religion majors and music majors were considered diversifiers of the scientific world. So they were trying to actually encourage people in those areas to go into medicine because they said that it introduced a different personality to the group. You didn't have everybody trying to figure out formulas and dissect everything.
So you would just sing it out.
Something like that.
Wow. So you got your degree. You got a voice.
Right. I got a Bachelor of Arts in Music at Emory University.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So what happened then after that?
After that is when I took the job as a nurse's aide.
Okay.
Which I intended to do for 1 year. And I ended up doing it 2.5 years. I simultaneously took a job as a lab technician because I wanted a car. And that one ended up becoming my full-time job, and the other one became my part-time job. And I intended to do that for a year. Ended up doing that for over 3 years.
Wow.
If I don't watch it here, I'll give my age away, right?
I won't ask.
So after that, that's when I had the unction from inside that something just wasn't complete. I had 2